So you guys, yeah, the single just came out, eh? The Chopping Heads wearing fancy threads. That's cool, man.
Yeah, yeah, we
Yeah.
just put that out. The single, we released the song about a month ago, and then we just put the video clip up the other day. We thought we'd just stagger them and do it a bit differently, and yeah, and everyone seems to love it, so that's cool, and we really like
Yeah.
it. So yeah, that's
No, that's
great.
good, man. That's cool. Yeah, and Metal Archives, I was looking, it looks like maybe this is the first one Kieran's recorded on. Like he recorded on that single last year, right? And then
No, he's done a few with us now, because Kira's been in the band. It's coming up to 5 years.
yeah, wow, okay.
Um, yeah, which is it's crazy how quick time goes. So he's done. I mean, what we've released, I think, three singles or four singles with him now. No, hang on. We did. There's the track Battle Ready. Then we did a split EP with Child Bite. So there's two tracks on that. And then there's another two. So we've done three singles plus a split.
Yeah,
So it's like, yeah, five or six songs he's released with us now. And then we've also recorded a full album, which we've got sort of sitting in the vault, which
yeah.
we've recorded with him, which won't be till next year. Um, and then we've also got. I was just yesterday recording vocals for another single that we'll put out later this year. So we've got a few more. There's going to be a couple more this year probably. And yeah, so yeah,
Yeah,
getting that kind of thing.
yeah, cool, man.
Mm.
And you're a three piece, yeah? Like, what's Nano's guitar setup? Like, how do you get that big, full, hard sound with that one guitar? Because it doesn't sound like anything's missing, you know?
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I mean, it's funny. Some people when we play gigs, they're like, "Oh, what's going on that board?" And it's not that complicated, really. It's pretty straightforward. Nano plays his guitar, goes through a couple of pedals, and a couple of those pedals are splitters, so the signal gets split essentially three different directions. The same signal gets split into three different directions, and two of them are going to two different guitar rigs. Just just they've just each guitar rig's just got a different. So they're a different amp, and they got a bit of a different vibe that creates the tone. And
Mm.
then one of those signals goes to an octave pedal, which just drops everything that he plays on the guitar just goes through the octave pedal and gets dropped down one octave below,
Yeah,
and
cool.
that goes out to a bass rig. Um, and yeah, I mean, there's a couple of distortion pedals in there, but nothing super crazy. It's just an octave pedal really that goes to the bass rig, and then we're tuned down pretty low as well, so I think that sort of also helps. Um, and then also, Nano's a bit of a beast when it comes to writing riffs, and we write music that suits what we have. It's one of those
Yeah.
things that
Yeah.
it limits what you can do a little bit, only having one guitarist, but then that also makes you put extra thought into how you got to create songs and write. And Nano's like, that's yeah, he's great at that.
Yeah, man. That's cool.
Mm.
Um, Heaps of your videos have got, great narrative stuff going on, like the light switch in Human and like you guys are riding dolphins and stuff on Snake or Rattle, you know.
Yeah,
Do those ideas come from like a filmmaker who's doing the thing, or are you guys getting together and spitballing stuff?
bit of both, and everyone's been different. All of our video clips have. I don't think we've had the same. Well, I don't think we've used the same person for a clip yet. They've all been done by someone different each one. So
Okay.
the process is always a little bit different in the sense that the way that director or filmmaker works. Um, but usually it's a bit of both. Often,
Yeah.
we're pretty open. We'll often say, "What have you got?" Like we're pretty open to ideas, and sometimes it's their idea, sometimes it's our idea. Like the light switch was definitely the director's idea. That all of that was their idea. Um, the snake will rattle one where it's all green screen. It was a bit of both, but also we just let Adam, the director of that, just run wild. It's one of those things that how the idea initially starts can be either from either side, but then usually they'll ask us if we've got some sort of narrative or something, and we might, and then we just go back and forth basically with ideas. And the initial idea is not usually what comes out. It's usually you brainstorm and it goes back and forth, and then someone chips in some ideas, another person chips in some ideas, and by the end of it, you've got a bit of a framework, and then I think it's like submitting to the filmmaker as well, the person that's directing it, because that's what they do to then shape it into what what it becomes. Just hand those that that, what do you call it? I don't know. Just hand it over to them.
Yeah, like yeah, the spark or whatever, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
creative direction is what I'm
yeah,
getting at, I guess. Yeah.
yeah. No, cool, man. Awesome. Um, and you've done some production, yeah, like Astro Death and stuff like that. Are you producing anything at the moment outside of your own music?
Yeah, that's my full time job. I've got a
Yeah.
recording studio over here in the north of Sydney, just north of Sydney on the beaches, and yeah, there's always something going on. I'm actually going into the studio this afternoon to record some viola.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
working on like an indie rock project, and the chick that plays guitar and sings, her partner's in the Sydney Symphony Orchestra, so we've got
Oh, yeah.
access to like all these like crazy like violin players and violas
Mm,
and cellos. So over the next couple of days, I'm recording like violins and cellos and stuff from some of the best, world class players, which is a real treat, because I don't do a lot of that stuff. I'm normally, fucking turning distortion pedals on and things like that. So that's cool to mix it up. But yeah, I'm also, I've got this great punk band from around here called the Darrens I've been working with recently. And then what else? Oh, there's always there's a bunch of different projects going on. Yeah,
yeah. No, cool, man.
there's always
Um,
something happening. That's for sure.
yeah, of course. Well, you guys are hitting the road soon, yeah. You got a few shows lined up. You're making it over here, which is awesome. Is there any your places you're hitting coming up that you haven't been to before?
Yeah, so we're coming over for Spliffs and Riffs Fest, which is going to be sick. It's got such a cool lineup,
Yeah.
and I've had friends play it before and talk about how cool it is. So we're pretty pumped to get over to Perth because we haven't been there since like 2019,
Mm.
and then um, we're doing a bunch of just regional New South Wales stuff as well as Sydney, of course, and it's cool because it's a bit of a different run. Normally we just do the whole East Coast, but this time we're sort of heading out to some country areas. Dubbo, never been there before to play gigs, and Orange as well. Both of those places are new to us. And then yeah, and then what else? Katoomba. That's another. It's always sick. Katoomba's got a really cool artsy sort of. It's got like a really cool scene up there in the Blue Mountains. And then there's Sydney, and I hope I'm not forgetting anywhere. There's probably a couple. We were meant to be playing
Ah,
Port Macquarie, but that got cancelled.
oh,
So
bugger, okay.
yeah, just it was. I don't know what happened there. It was unfortunate circumstances, we'll call it. Something happened, and nothing too serious though. And
Yeah.
that one just got put on hold. It'd be good to get back to Port Macquarie because we played there a few times back, going before COVID, and we had a really good time. So it would be good to get
Oh,
back
cool.
there.
Yeah,
Mm.
awesome, man. Well, yeah, the dates are here, links below, and everything. The people watching. So you guys have supported heaps of huge bands, right? Like, were any like an absolute bucket list for you, like the out of the bands you've played with?
Yeah, I mean the major bucket list has got to be Pantera. That's
Yeah,
it's what we all grew up listening to, and that was my youth, all my crew, all my friends, raging to that stuff at the end of 3 in the morning, stereos blasting. We're all standing around the kitchen with broomsticks and fucking drunk and just carrying on, just playing fucking air guitar and just rocking out with your mates in the lounge room and all that kind of stuff. So
yeah,
that was pretty surreal. Playing a venue, that was the biggest venue we've ever played, and getting in there, loading in, and seeing the production and this massive stage, and just pyrotechnics and all this kind of stuff, and then you're sort of backstage, and Zach Wild just walks past and shakes your hand, and hey brother, all this kind of stuff. You're
yeah.
like, what the fuck. I mean, that was pretty wild. And then we've played with Phil and his band, the Illegals, before as well. We've done a bunch of shows, and they came out in 2019, I think it was 2018, and I got invited up to sing Walk with them. And went line for line with Phil singing that song, which was
Cool.
a bit of pinch yourself moment. We got to get up on stage at the big show with them in Adelaide as well, in front of like 12,000 people or whatever, and sing along with Walk as well, which was cool. And then we've been lucky, man. Like we got to tour with Napalm Death going back, a bunch of years, and like we played with all sorts of bands. It's been cool. We've been lucky.
Mhm. Yeah, man. No, it's awesome.
Mm.
Well, you guys, it's coming up to was 10 years, right? Already. Well, I think we're in the 11th, aren't we? Like,
No, this is the 10th year,
oh, there
2015.
you go.
So
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
we're trying to work out some ideas for an end of year party of some description. So we don't know what that's going to look like yet, but we want to do something special for it.
Yeah, cool, man. Do you think you're talking about having an album under your belt? Do you reckon that'll sort of be ready around then, or?
No, that'll be next year. We
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we want to try to do some cool things around it, and make sure we can plan it properly and do something a little extra special for it, and we're not in a mad rush to just throw it out just because we're super excited about it. We just, you got to plan these things right, and you know, yeah. So I think that'll be 2026 for sure. Until then,
Yeah.
we've got more music coming this year though. We're going to bring out a couple more singles, no doubt, and I mean, I was recording some vocals for one yesterday, so there's definitely another
Oh,
one.
cool, man.
At
Yeah,
some,
nice. Awesome.
yep.
That's cool. Great, man. Well, look, Miller, thanks heaps for your time, and yeah, I'll see you at Splits and Wrist, man. I'm looking forward to it. It's
Oh,
gonna
you
be
coming down,
a
are you?
ripper. Yeah, definitely, man. I'll be
Sick.
there. Yeah.
It'll be good to meet you face to face because we've bumped into
Yeah.
each other a few times now,
Yeah,
so
man.
it'll be cool.
Yeah, awesome. Cool. Thanks a lot, man. Have a good one,
Thanks
eh?
for having me on, bro.
Cool. See ya.